Welcome to Camping with Don and Carolyn. Once again, Carolyn and I went camping, and this time at the Sooke River Campground and in the Sooke general area. That is, as you can see here, Sooke, British Columbia on Vancouver Island. This campground is very close to the actual town of Sooke, and it gives you a great place to explore, or from which you can explore. Now first I'm going to show you a little bit about our campsite. Coming into the campground, we were greeted by some friendly campground staff / managers. And we proceeded to drive in. As you can see, there are many, and as you will see, there are many different types of tents and RVs. Well, and here's our stuff. The usual 2-tent campsite with our yurt to the right, where we sleep, and to the left, our kitchen and dining area. But here, more different varieties of camping setups. Now, from our picnic table, we have this amazing view of the Sooke River and wildlife all around. But as you can see, we're not that far from town. There's the bridge leading into town. I won't say anything more. Look at these cuties. Canada geese on the move. There's Papa Goose and Mama Goose and 3 goslings. There are also some ducks. I don't know what kind these are, but they've got an interesting crest. There's more than one kind, as you can see. But they're hanging out with the geese. And in fact, we often saw them taking baths where they were flapping their wings and even doing little rollovers, little barrel rolls in the water to, I guess, wash. It was pretty cool to watch them. And we saw a seal sneaking into the river from the ocean. And coming up here, we had our first meal at the campsite, some Oriental style cabbage pancakes that Carolyn made. Lovely. Sitting with my sweetie, the woodchuck, Carolyn, who just did a bar, because she can. She's good at it.
I had help splitting the wood.
Yes, I did the wood splitting, had a wood management. And you check it out where we are, in Sooke, just outside of it. Bit of a marshland, Sooke River. It is now the morning after last night, so Wednesday morning. And we had rain last night, now there's wind. It is not the nicest day. Here we are. We both had our breakfast, washed up, and we both had our showers. And there's Carolyn coming out of the shower now. She's surprised by this, I think. Here's our innovation for this camping trip. A cot with a double air mattress on top. It's a bit high, but it worked. And you can see our yurt here. Lots of space with the end tables. Armoire with clothes. We have our dressing chairs. And so on. Venturing into another part very close to our campsite, the world famous Sooke potholes, where Carol and I did a bit of up and down hiking to explore along the Sooke River, where they've got these neat rock formations. You'll see them in a second. Very picturesque, reasonably easy hiking as long as you can go up and down stairs and somewhat steeper hills. It's just always fun and wonderful to see nature at its finest. And these are actually some of the potholes right here.
Welcome to Hiking with Carolyn and Don. Today we're at the Sooke River potholes near parking lot 3 at Pebble Beach. Isn't it wonderful? To get here we did a whole lot of up, a little bit of down, and to get back we're going to have to do a whole lot of up and a little bit of down.
Okay, we've survived our second evening in the tent, and in fact survived it very well because that combination of cot and air mattress works amazingly well. And this morning is a much nicer day than yesterday. No wind, and there is sun. Oh yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. And here we are in the Sooke River. Countryside. And the usual tent setup. I have just made coffee. And it is my traditional camping coffee with Jameson's whiskey. Yum. Hello. Hello. Good morning. How are you doing? You are. You're a beautiful swan. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. You coming ashore? No. There's no good snacks here. It was a beautiful swan. That's you are.
One of the places we visited with our friend Liz is the Sheringham Lighthouse. Now, you'll see the lighthouse, but it's a cute story because Sheringham is also the name of a distillery in Sooke that makes one of the best gins I've ever had. Go figure. But it comes from the Sheringham Lighthouse area where the distillery was initially set up. They've moved on. They've gotten so big. But look at the beautiful scenery here at the lighthouse. This is the Pacific Ocean. And that is the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State you see in the background, right across the ocean from Sooke and Vancouver Island. And here is Carolyn on the left and Liz on the right. I've known Liz since for 20 years when we were piping together in North Bay, Ontario. And the next place we went to, that Liz took us to, is China Beach. It's a great walking tour of a beach. You can look, and we did look for seashells and some cute rocks. And of course, once again, enjoying the wild west coast of Vancouver Island. Beautiful. After a great day of beachcombing, we went to Shirley Delicious, where you have amazing snacks and coffee. My favorite. It's a neat place. Lots of cool things to look at, and set in a wonderful area. Definitely, I can recommend going to here for a snack. It's worth the drive. And there we are, me, Carolyn, and Liz on the left. Cheese fondue camping with Liz and Paul, or should I say Paul and Liz? I don't know what's the right answer. And Carolyn.
Hey.
And me.
And Carolyn.
Isn't that awesome?
The typical breakfast, we call it stone breakfast, because there's a story about starting stone soup, where you start with a stone and you can make food out of nothing. Well, this is what we've done. It's what Carolyn has done every time. We've now made breakfast hash out of bits and pieces and bobs of what we had leftovers from previous meals. And this is our last breakfast this morning. And it is. If there was smell-o-vision, you would say, oh, that smells good. There's pepperoni, ham, hash browns, cabbage. The cabbage, I can't even think of the name Carolyn made on our first night. They were so good.
Well,
Yum, yum.
hope you enjoyed this video of Don and Carolyn camping. We had a great time in the Sooke area, and just packed up the truck and headed off in our trusty Ford Ranger to go back to the News Bay. Stay tuned for the next Don and or Carolyn adventure. Cheers.